Well, hello there, everybody. Hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to Cardboard Commander. My name is Jerry, and you are watching episode 45 of the Zone of Control podcast. We've already got a good group of people in here, 16, 17 people in here so far. So we'll say a quick hello. Christoph, first one in the house. Hello, Christoph. We got Dicey Dave's in the house from very cold Jackson, Michigan. I don't know if anybody's going to be warm around here this evening. Everybody's looking for Snowmageddon. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Evening, Jeff. How are you, buddy? Rob's in the house. Hey, if you guys did try to get on the Cardboard Commander Facebook group and you have been declined, please make sure that you check the group rules. And there's two things you have to approve to get on there. Otherwise, it's going to kick you off. And so just want to give you guys a heads up about that as well. So let's see. We got Paul's in the house. Rob's in the house. Tony's in the house. Stuka Joe, I watched him from Spain this weekend, or this afternoon, this weekend. Good afternoon, everybody. A balmy 65 in San Diego. Well, you're probably the only one. So speaking of that, everybody, I hope you guys are getting ready for Snowmageddon. Here in Northwest Arkansas, we could get anywhere between 2 inches and a bazillion inches, depending on who you listen to. But it's going to be very, very cold. So we're preparing for that. Grocery stores, everybody's out doing all that. So the good thing is it's going to give us a lot of time to hang out at home and play some games and just stay warm in the house. And so hopefully you guys get all that squared away and you can get some games played and that sort of thing. Yep, time for some gaming. I'll be watching some of the football playoffs. The Denver Broncos play Sunday, so we'll be watching some of that as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started because, as you guys know, the Compass podcast is this evening too. So we'll try to finish up with about 5 minutes to spare, so everybody can jump on over there and go do that. So, all right. So the first winter timing game, it's exactly right, Christoph. So we're going to talk about what's going on, what's on the table, what I've been playing online. I played a new game this week with Anthony. So we'll talk about that. Rule book of the week. We're still doing Empire of the Sun. And then this week's topic is ranking my 40 series games. So, the famous Mark Simonitch titles. Love those games. And we'll talk about that a little bit as well. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to do, the GMT monthly update is out. So I'm sure you guys can all go check that out. I'm not going to go through much of this at all. I'm just going to, they do say Mr. President's coming out digitally. It looks like early access will be in 5 days on January 26th. So that will be awesome. I'm looking forward to that. Last 100 yards looks like they've got some news about that. Let's see what else they got going on here. Sneak peek. They're giving a sneak peek of this month's game, Napoleonic Wars. Could use some more orders on the games listed there. I really want to get the Napoleonics thing going, so I don't know why more people aren't jumping on this bandwagon. That's a great deal right there. So trying to get some of this stuff done. I'm looking forward to the big package where they have everybody together. China's War, they got some updates on some of the vassal modules. And again, just talking about some of the digital stuff. But what I want to talk about, one of the things I want to talk about, so I'm going to let you guys look through here. Again, there's a lot of information here, so make sure you guys go check that out and, just get a quick look at that. I don't know if you guys went and checked out the survey with Armchair Dragoons, but on that survey, yours truly down here was mentioned 36 times. So I want to thank, if you guys did mention me there, I appreciate it. And then what I am going to ask you guys to do is on the right-hand side here, These are all the nice folks that are listed on GMT's website, all podcasts and everything. Do you notice one thing I don't see? I don't see Jerry and the Cardboard Commander up here at all. I see some cool channels. I see Stuka. I see Tony, Players Aid, Zilla Blitz. I don't see Cardboard Commander up here. So if any of you guys have some pull with GMT, go have them add me to this thing. I've sent them a couple requests, and I don't know if they're ignoring me or not, but I think it's a pretty good channel, and we've got a pretty good following and a nice community. So see if you guys can help me out a little bit there. Let's see. Rob, you've never played a 40 series game? We'll talk about what a good entry point is for that. Greg, yep, very low counter density. Okay, Mike. I thought I was sending it to whoever they put on the website, but I'll see if I have Rachel's email address and see if they can help me with that. That would be great. Stuka, I'm pretty sure you're on the page. I thought I saw you. I think you're below this graphic here. Yeah, and Mike, if you maybe you could send me her address, I'll shoot you a PM or something. But you don't have to hang your head in shame. But after we talk about some of these games, I think you'll be very happy. If you guys haven't noticed, I've got my stack. The stack O games are right here. So we'll be talking about those here in a minute. All right, Mike. Thank you. I'll send my logo too. I've done all that. Like I said, I think it's gone just to the generic. So maybe that's what happened, Joe. Yeah. So again, I'm just kind of playing, guys. Hey, Jonathan, welcome. I do a lot of GMT stuff, and they, like I said, they just kind of they don't show me any love. So we'll see what's going on there. But all right. Hey, so the first show with Jester is going to be February 12th. We are going to have Jester on, and he will start being on the Hex and Banter. And the first week, we are actually going to be talking about game mechanics that we love or hate. So stay tuned for that. Again, that's going to be kind of cool. It's going to be a quick 10-minute segment. We'll each have 2 minutes to talk about our pros, then we'll have 2 minutes to rebut, and then we'll let you guys pick a winner. And then whoever wins gets to pick the next topic for the next thing here. Let's see. I'm particularly interested in the supply system. Okay, yeah, we can talk a little bit about that. I'll try to remember that. So Jester will be here February 12th will be the first show, so make sure you guys tune in for that. We will have a couple special guests coming up. January 26th, Wayne Hansen will be on the show. And it's kind of funny. He and I disagree with a whole lot of stuff about wargaming, so that'll be a fun show. So stay tuned. He's got a great channel. His informational stuff is amazing. And it should be a lot of fun with us going back and forth. And then we're going to have Battlefield Banter on February 26th, and a couple of guys out of California. And we will be actually playing Italy 43 online with both of them coming up soon. So just a couple special guests coming up. And if you know of anybody else who you'd like to see on the show, just let me know. Let's see what else we got. Oh, Coffee Encounters on Tuesday morning has been a great hit. Really do appreciate you guys. All we do is drink coffee and talk about war games for 20, 25 minutes, and then we start our day. It's early, but it is what it is, and it's been a great show out, so I appreciate everybody who's showing up for Coffee Encounters. So what's on the table? So I got Berlin right back here. So, and when I say back here, I'll let you guys see what I'm talking about. So Berlin's right back here on the table. And I've got the first game completely done. I've played it. I'll be doing more of that, but I'll be doing a playthrough probably in a week or so. Also, we've got Imperial Tide. I'll be playing next week live with Imperial Tide on Vassal. So looking forward to that. Playing some ASL Starter Kit, which I have a few games going on that right now. Let's see. Oh, so Tony did say he knew how to speak some Dutch, Danish, whatever that is. Oh, okay. Well, Stuka, I'm sorry. I thought you were on there. And how can they not have us not on there, Stuka Joe? Uh, let's see. I've got, if you guys speak Danish, Dutch, Netherlands, you guys can hang out with that. Otherwise, they're going to have their own conversation because I have no idea what they're saying. So Italy 43, I'm playing that online as well. Oh, so I did play Memoir 44 this week with Tony on Board Game Arena. And I have to say, I've stayed away from Memoir 44 because it's, I don't know, I've seen it being played and it's a pretty simplistic game. But after playing it online, it was fun. And Tony and I had a good time. I think some of the mechanics are funky, but yeah, I really enjoyed I enjoyed our time playing that. We're going to be doing some more of that, so we'll probably have some live memoir playing. I had to learn kind of some of the rules, but Board Game Arena, yeah, they do a great job. Oh man, it's 1:10 in the morning, Stuka. Thank you for hanging out, buddy. So also I played my Combat Commander ladder game Tuesday night, and man, it came down to sudden death. So I was playing the Axis, he was playing the Resistance. I knew that I was going to have to be pretty calculating, and I started to count cards. And when he got down to about 10 cards, 11 cards, and I knew we would be going to sudden death. I jumped into the big location that had the most victory points. And of course, he jumped in to melee me. Well, then that ended the deck. And and we had to stop the game in sudden death. So we had this big stack of counters ready to combat, but I had more victory points, so I won. So happy day, winner, winner, chicken dinner in Combat Commander. So, and guys, if you haven't played Combat Commander, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I played the Napoleonics Command and Colors, and it's a little more in depth than Memoir. Memoirs to me is just kind of go forward, roll a bunch of dice, which is fine. It probably didn't help that I lost twice. So Tony's a much better player than I am at Memoir. So, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. And yeah, and I don't want to get into all the. You go online and man, there's some people that really take that stuff pretty darn seriously, right? But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed playing. I did play some sports games this week. I got Fast Drive Football was actually sent to me, and so really do appreciate that. And I've been playing some of that. And I'm not going to dwell a lot on sports games because I know you guys aren't big into that. But I also play APBA baseball. Been in the same baseball league since about 1989 or so. So been playing sports games for a while. The rule book. So I'm in Empire of the Sun. I've been doing the extended example of play. I'm starting to get a little more into it. There's still a lot of crunch. I've been watching a lot of videos online. Mark Herman has actually reached out again and said he'd walk me through it. So I don't know. We're gonna have to look at that and see what's going on. Charles, yeah, Italy 43 is a lot of fun, and it's doesn't take up a lot of space, and I enjoy it a lot. Sports game, yeah, I love some sports games, and like I said, I've decided to not put any of that on the Cardboard Commander channel, but I will say that I'm playing them from time to time and that sort of thing. So, but again, Empire of the Sun, the thing that's kind of the way that you do I've got I've got how to do combat down. Some of the maneuvering is just a little different than what I'm used to, so I'm having to try to figure that out. But it's been fun so far, and I've really enjoyed my time playing with it. So yeah, that's the story of my life, Tony, is terrible dice. That's what I always blame everything on, terrible dice. And so we're going to start off with this week's topic. And I know I'm kind of rushing, but I want to make sure everybody gets time to go over to Compass. Yeah, they can be brutal, that's for sure. And it's I'm playing a ASL starter kit game, and in that game, rolling low is good, right? And man, I roll 11s and 12s like I'm like nobody's business when it comes to ASL. But well, I wanted to start off by talking about the Zachbon game. So if you guys haven't played these, Mark Simonitch does a great job with these games. Once you play one, you kind of get the gist of how it plays. The Zachbon thing, I'll kind of explain that to you. Basically, instead of having where a counter's in the middle of the board and the six hexes around it are in zone of control. Well, there they basically, you can have two counters 4 hexes away, and the two counters in the middle are going to cover, so it forms a Zachbon. So they really do a good job with that, and it's really pretty good the way they do that. And if you guys haven't played them, I know a lot of people don't play them because they feel like they're a little too crunchy. I don't think so. Once you learn, like I said, once you learn one of the systems, you're going to be fine. It's just getting that learning curve, right? Is trying to get it of how to play the game and how to maneuver around using the Zachbon system. So, but yeah, I really enjoy the games, and I'm going to show you something here real quick. So you guys can all go get the rule books on GMT Games. They have all the rule books on there, and I'm going to bring this over, and I want to show you a couple things here. So we're going to blow this up, and let's just make this the full screen. That's me, folks. But what I wanted to show you is kind of like what they talk about when it comes to the Zachbon thing. So here's the Zachbons and how it's explained. And if you look at it, the way things are, so you can basically cover a lot more ground with fewer units. And so that's why the games don't have as many counters in them. And that's what really helps when you are trying to play the game, because some of the games, which we'll go over, use a lot of space. And not all of us have tons of space to be able to do all that with, right? So I'm going to kind of go in order, and this is just my kind of rankings. It's not even a ranking; it's just kind of the ones I like to play the most and everything. And again, just it looks like people have the dice. I tell you what, we could do a whole show on dice. That's funny because I'm horrible at it. So we're gonna go back. I'm gonna put this on me real quick. And so the first one we're gonna discuss is France. You can see my ring light. Is France 1940. This is one of the newer ones. And the thing I do like about that is there's a couple scenarios in here that are easy to set up, and the boards are smaller. Again, the maps are, this rule book is only, so the playbook is really cool in this. One of the things that's really neat about the playbook is there's a great map in here that talks about, just kind of outlines some things for you. There's a great extended play for a couple of scenarios, so you can kind of learn from there. So again, and then another thing I love about these games is these player aids, the bifold player aids that they have. So the combat charts are very easy to look at. Everything's written there, and then the expanded sequence of play. So you can basically play this game by just having these player aids, which is really nice. But I wanted to show you the rule book for France is 22 pages. So, and again, as you guys know, most of the very well written, some of the best rule books I've ever had. I really do like the rule books, and there's plenty of examples. I love the way that they're written out. There's always an example of whatever you're doing. So France is it's not my favorite, just because, look, kind of know what's going to happen big time, right? But the maps are always good in here, and I just haven't played it enough. I've played one full scenario, so I wouldn't mind playing. This is a great game to kick off if you wanted to start off playing in the system. This is one that's good too. And then another thing, folks, is if you look at up here in the corner, if you glance at that box, that looks like a drone. It's not. It's an airplane, but on the box, it looks like a drone. I just thought that was kind of funny. So next up, the next one is North Africa 41. And I'm going to be honest with you with North Africa games, folks. I'm not a big fan. Never have been for some reason. Maybe it's just because I haven't been introduced to the right game. Now, I have played this a couple times, and it is a fun game to play. But I think maybe it's just the content. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. Again, a very nice playbook with some designer notes and everything in here. The rule book for this one is 24 pages. Again, the art on the new covers is really good. Same play aid that I discussed before. But yeah, you'll really enjoy this. Like I said, I'm not as big a fan of the Desert War that some people are. The maps are always, and this map here, so it's not too big. So there it is. There's the map for the game. So not too big, and it's a desert. So right, what can you do with it? Not much you can do with it. But that's my. And I don't own every game. I'm missing Ukraine. I do not have that game, and I'm not paying what people are wanting to ask for it online. So Ardennes 44 was the first one that I ever got. You can never have too many Battle of the Bulge games. I will say, to me, this is the hardest one of the group. I think they've really done a much better job with rules, and they've gotten the system down very, very well. I do like this game, and it's one that I'll play when I'm playing Bulge games, but I think they've come a long way in the system. So I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I got there. Let's check out some of the comments here. Yeah, Christoph, you'd really like it. You and I, we could play that too. It's a good game. Paul, number one, Stalingrad. Yeah, I love Stalingrad. In fact, that's the next one on the list. And the reason it's not higher is you need a big place to play this game. This one takes up a lot of room. I just got this one. I had been waiting for this edition, but the map does take up a lot of room. I love Stalingrad games, so I love the setup for the play aids are really good. But I'll show you one thing that they've got. This came with the little Saturn scenario and all that. But I will show you. So they've got the campaign game. I'm just really good player aids. There's the expansion for that. It's just some special rules just for the expansion. But the playbook for Stalingrad is one of the best. I love reading these things, and just a great map on how everything's set up, and it's just really, really good. This is one of my favorites. Again, the biggest downfall for me is it's 4 maps if you want to play the big one, and it just takes up a whole lot of room. But Stalingrad's up there for me. So for me, it's in my top 5. I've got, let's see, 5. I've got 8 of the games, and it's number 5 for me, just because it's so big. It's just hard for me to get on the table and get all that set up. Great minds think alike, Paul. So my next one is Normandy 44, and so let's see, what is Jerry might like, the Great War. Yeah, I'll have to look into that. Not sure. Christoph. Yeah, and Christoph, if you want to, if you pick it up, or you've got the rules, I've got the game. We could pick it up and play. That would be fantastic. Charles says, suggest Holland 44, then Stalingrad, then go on vacation. Yeah, that's true. I don't know if I would tell somebody to jump into Stalingrad or Holland 44 before the other one, but so Normandy, again, can never have too many Normandy games. I really do appreciate this game, though. I've had some really great gaming with Normandy 44. I will set it up when we get to June. It is one of my favorite all time Normandy games. Next to Breakout Normandy, I love that game. If you guys are not familiar with that, but I'm a big fan of Breakout Normandy. So now we're in the top three. Holland 44. So I'll go back because I made such nice graphics. We'll go to the next page. So France 1940 was number 8, North Africa number 7, and Ardennes number 6. And then I've got Stalingrad 42, Normandy 44, and Holland 44. So Holland 44, this is another one that needs a little bit of game space to set up because the map's kind of funky about how long it is. The playbook, again, very, very well done. The with the rule book, so one of the things I will talk about, and I will see if I can get to this real quick. Somebody had asked about the supply rules, and I was going to kind of go to the section there and kind of show you what they've got for supply in these games. So it's not bad at all in here. So supply is actually 3 columns. The way they do here, let me get this back so you can kind of see what's going on. So there's 3 columns for supply, and basically in the sequence of play, it says mark all units that are out of supply with an out of supply marker. So there's supply sources that are placed on the map, and all you do is track back to those supply sources or to the edge of a game. Basically, it says a supply path is a path of contiguous hexes from a unit to a supply source, like most games. Then the overland portion of the supply path may be up to 4 hexes long and must terminate in a road hex. So you've got to be able to count to a road hex within 4 hexes and then go from there. But again, this is one of the best. This is one of my favorites. The counters are amazing, and it just I would love to get this back on the table. I've only played this on Vassal. I would love to play this in real life because I think it's just it's a great looking map, and you know, it's just a lot of fun to play. Let's catch up here with yeah, I do love Market Garden, and it's one of my favorites, and that's why I know some of you may be surprised that it's not my number one. GMT rulebooks are very good for the most part. I have to agree. I will say I've been reading Wolfpack again, and I like that rulebook a lot. It's really does a good job. Yeah, I've seen people playing Holland 44 with multiple people, so that's kind of cool. Dicey Dave has no GMT games. Wow. That's amazing. I don't have as many as some people, but there are a lot of people. Yeah, War at Sea Fleet Command asked about supply. It's pretty easy. And like I said, go to GMT Games, and the living rules for any of these games, you can catch up on supply really quickly. They don't bog down. Mike, I know I'm hoping February or March. It depends on what Chester can do and the schedule and that sort of thing. But I'm still, I haven't forgot about you. Yeah, they're really good. And so we'll go to what we've got as. Let's go back over here. So my top two are Salerno 43 and Italy 43. And the reason being is these are great introductory games to the system. The map size is good, low counter density, and you can jump in and get in this game really, really quickly. Salerno 43, believe it or not, there goes a dive running across the floor. I've probably played it 8 times, 10 times last year. And again, just one of my favorites. It's got great. Let's show you some of this. Again, the pullouts are great. There's some really good, if you go to BGG, they have some great player aids that people have come up with. And I printed this one out. It's really good. But if you look at the rules for Salerno 43, it's 26 pages. Well, no, not even that. It's 24 pages. And one of the cool things is they even give you a hint on how to play the game. How cool is that? So sometimes, if you're not familiar with the battle or whatever, it's hard to come up with it, but they do a great job here. Look at the rules are so easy to get into. And for intro into the system, this is great. So you'll, in fact, I was going to go back to so again, supply here, 2 columns for supply in Salerno 43. So I would recommend anybody if you're going to start off with the 40 series games, this or Italy are the ones to start off with. They do a great job. And then the map. So here's the map. This is what I love about these. That's it right there. And it's upside down. It is a very nice looking map too. And a lot of nice game aids on there. And again, just really pretty, a nice looking map. And counter sheet, I think there's, 1 counter sheet in the game. So I played it on Vassal, of course, for the most part. 1 counter sheet for the game. So if you're looking to play, get into the series, Salerno 43 is probably one of the best to get into. And again, Italy's kind of cool too, right? So it looks like it's a lot of fun to play. And then Italy 43, the one I'm playing for the most part now. And it's real. So I actually have punched this because I had it on the table. So that's it for the counters right there, folks. So cube for Mitre, easy peasy. And again, just very easy to set up. I'll show you the map real quick. This is it's just a nice looking map. And I mean, this is it, folks. You can get into this game pretty easily. I think it's still available. But again, just a really nice looking map. And if you guys want to play that, I would love to play some Italy 43. So maybe, Christoph, if you want to, France would be great, or grab one of the Italy ones. That would be fantastic. So that's it for my my list. So did you guys agree, disagree? Am I full of it? What do you guys think? Let's check out the comments here. Dave thinks I'm pretty close to being right. Oh man, that's a bummer, Rob. And I wonder if Noble Knight has it. Because it is, like I said, and I think it's on the pre-500 already again. I think I saw that. I'm pretty sure, maybe not, but I'm pretty sure I saw that on there. So, but yeah, you'll. And they have a mounted map for it. I don't have it. Yeah, Noble Knight's out of it as well, so they don't have it as well. So that's a bummer. So that's one thing that again, if you wanted to get it, I would keep an eye out for it. But yeah, that's a bummer. Let's see. Tony says, I ain't got no GMT games. Well, that's a shame because I really do. I like their games. They do a lot of stuff that I'm not interested in, but you know, the things I am interested in, they do a great job at getting the games together. Looks like Greg says they have one copy at Enterprise Games for Salerno. So if you guys, and like I said, you can't go wrong with either one of those copies. Rob, yeah, me too. In fact, I wonder, I was going to look at that. What do I have in here that I'm trying to? So in my cart here, I'll show you my wish list. I've got Vicksburg. Prelude to Vicksburg is in here as my wish list. Got a little bit of credit going on. I did. I just purchased something that I had in here waiting. So yeah, so that's where I'm at here. But yeah, and one thing, Anthony, any of the 40 series games you can play solo, no problem whatsoever. As long as you know they're great games to play solo. So don't let that keep you from picking up one of the 40 series games. And like I said, Italy or Salerno is the way to start off. Let's see. My 3 GMT games. First was Wolfpack, second Fields of Fire, and yeah, I have a few copies. I mean, I can't believe you don't have Paths of Glory, Christoph. That's the ultimate GMT game. I have a few GMT games. Really, the majority is the 40 series. Wolfpack, again, I'm very anxious to play that. I think I'm going to love that, and it hits my wheelhouse perfectly. I just need to get the time out and set it up and mess with it and get Mike scheduled so we can go hang out and check it out. And so I was trying to figure out what else. Oh, hey, so I was also going to say, have you guys, I don't know if you, this is a cheap plug, I guess, but if you go to Cardboard Commander, the webpage, which is just cardboardcommander.com, I watched Hexy and Wardrobe, and they had the Nathan, the person who does the series of great battles of American Civil War, he was on, and they've actually come up with some simplified rules for the game system, and they are going to be included in the pre-order for 3 days at Gettysburg. And he went over some of the rules. It's going to be, I think he said 16 to 18 pages of rules, and they and then they're going to be able to put that into the other games that they have into the system. That's what the goal is, anyhow, is to get them integrated with everything else in the system. And so, but I was really happy to see that they had, because I had not jumped into this for one particular reason, and that's because it's just a crunchy rule set, right? So if you look at, I mean, online, the living rules are 44 pages, and it's pretty heavy, right? So there's not a lot of white space in here. It's a pretty heavy rule book, but it looks like that they're going to have the lighter editions, and so they talked about it on here. So if you get a chance, you go to the website, you can see what they were talking about. There's a video on there that goes through. So I'm actually looking forward to getting my hands on a copy of this now, just because I think I'll be able to play it more now. Yeah, so again, go check out cardboardcommander.com. You'll see all the articles. That's where I'm also keeping up with all the Empire of the Sun as well. I've got, as you guys know, we're still doing the AAR challenge on the Facebook group. So if you haven't participated in that, you can still sign up till the end of the month. We've got a lot of people participating in that so far, and we're getting some people bringing their stuff up. So again, just some really cool AARs out there, and it's cool to see everybody playing and enjoying this. I know Christoph's involved, and a couple more of you out there are involved. So go check out the Cardboard Commander Facebook group. And again, if you sign up, you need to fill out the rules and agree to the page rules. So the bot doesn't kick you out if you don't. It'll kick you out if you don't do that. So, and then I'm playing some other games online for sports as well. So, let's see. Let's go back to. That's me, but we'll go back to the presentation. Really, we will. What did I do with it? So another thing that we want to talk about, or I want to discuss, is when you guys are looking to, oh, here, let's catch up with the comments here. We got a bunch of comments. There's 45 people in here today. So Ukraine 43 wild time. Yeah, so Charles, I haven't got, that's one that I don't have. And I'm not sure. Last time I saw it was pretty expensive, and I'm cheap, so I don't know if I'll be doing that anytime soon. Yeah, solo game, and again, guys, don't let this scare you off. The 40 series games are great solo games. Let's see, Christoph. Yep, I can't wait to see everybody's AARs. It's going to be really, really good. I really do. I can't wait to see a bunch of people playing that. So looks like we still got, we got about 10 more minutes. I know Compass is going to be having their show. I know it's going to be cold over the next couple of days. So what are you guys going to be playing? If you guys want to play something on Vassal, shoot me a note. I would love to play. I've got, I've got some time, and if you like playing by mail, we can do the Discord server or whatever. No rush. It's just so if you do want to play, that would be great. I'm going to be. I'm going to be playing some Imperial Tide, which if you guys haven't played that, that's a great game as well. The Vassal module is really good. I'll be playing some more Memoir. I can't wait to see what you guys have and see what you guys say that you're going to be playing a little more of. I guess that's it. I want to thank you guys for stopping by for Counters and Coffee. That's actually picked up a lot of steam, and it's really cool to see everybody. Yep, hashtag Town Hall. So I never win anything, so I'm not even worried about that. My top 4 game companies: Avalon Hill, Compass, SPI. So we may have to do a show like that too, because I have a couple things about Avalon Hill. I love Avalon Hill games. I got a whole shelf of them. But I think part of it is nostalgia, right? Because I go back and I look at some of the rules on some of those old Avalon Hill games. They're brutal. I mean, it is hard to get into some of the Avalon Hill games, where today's games just look more appealing and everything. But I do love me some Avalon Hill. In fact, I had a guy reach out to me, want to play some Victory in the Pacific. I want to play that. And I love the area games that they have. Breakout Normandy, Storm over Arnhem. I could play those any day of the week. I love those. Compass is one of my favorites, and I know some people, it's kind of funny. We're having Wayne on the show, and he's not a Compass fan at all. So I'm sure we'll be debating that. So that'll be kind of fun. Yeah. So when is Winter? Man, I'd really like to attend one of those. That would be really that would be fun. Ted's in the house. Hey, buddy. Season ticket baseball night. So I haven't got into season ticket. I guess a couple things. Do they have PDF cards? Because I know with APA, I quit buying cards a few years ago because they just got outrageously expensive. And since our league plays the digital version anymore, I don't do that. But yeah, I love me some baseball. That's for sure. And so Ted, I need to pick your brain on that a little bit. That'd be great. I've got season ticket football, which is a great game. I've had a lot of fun playing it, and like I said, I just picked up First Drive football, which has been great. And I'm going to actually have a different channel for sports games, so we'll talk about that a little later, but I'm not bailing on GBACW second. Yeah, I'm I'm looking forward to getting into it and getting into some GBACW. So Mike Lambo, I have never played any of his games, and I don't know whether it's the book thing that throws me off. I don't know, but I hear they're great. I mean, I just haven't been able to figure that out. Warfighter guys, man, I can't do it. I can't dive down the rabbit hole, man. It's just too much. It's too much, Dicey Dave. It's too much. It just all I can see is dollar signs as you're buying it and filling it up. And no, I'm just saying no. Just say no. Ted, yeah, we'll have to get together. Right. So yeah, we'll have to pick on him when he's here. Because like I said, for some reason he's got a bad taste in his mouth for Compass for some reason. Next week, yeah, man, I wish it wasn't so darn far away. And but I would like to attend one of those. Is anybody else going to Winter Offensive? I would. Hey, are you gonna while you're there, buddy? You should take some pictures and share on the Cardboard Commander Facebook group. Christoph has got Warfighters. So he keeps telling me I need to get into that. And yeah, so I have some of those as well, Charles. I'm really getting out of the collectible thing. To me, if I'm not playing them, I'm getting rid of them, and some of them have brought some pretty nice prices. So, yeah, and like I said, I want to ask him. I'm going to ask him up front about it and see how that is. I know Stuka, are you going to be doing some more videos tomorrow at the show or the convention? Looking forward to that. So, Dave, that's kind of funny. I have never played a DVG game. And I need to get probably past that. I had a really bad experience with them about 10 years ago. And I guess it's kept me from going into that. So if you could recommend one of the games, which one would you recommend I jump into, Dave? What would you be thinking of? Yeah, so I like this spiral binding idea because I'm gonna have to look at that. So, hey, buddy, where are you from? Quail T Bird, where are you from? Or where do you live? I guess I should say. I have the Warfighter Modern, and the core box is enough to get you started. Yeah, see, I one of those things with just getting you started. That's a bad thing right there, right? Just getting you started. Oh, sorry, Rob. Well, that's a bummer. And but give me a shout out. And we'll maybe we can get together and play something. Stuka, yeah, you'll be doing some shows. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Who else? Oh, look, Jester came in the house. Look at that. And then don't forget to check out Hex and Bantered on February 12th. We'll be that'll be Jester's first show. And so Jester says, getting ready for my top 100. I could not do a show about 100 games if my life depended on it. Props to you, Jester. I can't do it, my friend. But yeah, you guys should come check out the show. That would be a lot of fun. Let's see what else we got. Ted says, okay, Warfighter Vietnam. That's one on here. Man, you guys are putting these comments faster than I can get to them. Zero Leader. Okay, I need to try and check that out. Oh, you're in Centennial. That's right. So we need to get together there, Nick. We get to Denver. I mean, get to the Denver area pretty often. Christopher. Oh, that's okay. Christoph. Everybody misspells Christoph's name. I'm saying if you do get into DJ, usually a whole shelf with all the. Yeah, that's true, Dave. As I've heard, you can get a whole bunch of stuff going on there. Warfighter Vietnam. Let's see what else we got. What's Stuka say? Cool graphics. Yeah, I try to. So it's kind of funny. Is a lot of people. I was going to minimize the graphics, and then a lot of people started giving me crap because they like some of the graphics. So I guess I'll keep doing them until people don't want to do them anymore or don't want me doing them anymore. So I get a little carried away with some of the pop-ups and stuff like that. But again, let's see what else. What's Dicey Dave say? Yeah, so Landsworth Ridge, that is one that I've seen, and I like the map board on it. That looks really cool. I think I could get into that. And all right, we got about 10 minutes, so we're gonna kind of wrap things up here. So next time we're in town, I'll have to. My son lives in Denver, so we'll have to come. Wayne is next. Yeah. So it's going to be kind of interesting with Wayne because, like I said, we kind of differ a little bit when it comes to wargaming and our thoughts on war games. So it's going to be. I think that's going to be a good show. And that's why I want to have him on. Yep, I'll be keeping the graphics, and everybody seems to like them and everything. So, all right, folks, we're going to wrap it up. We've had like 50 people in here, so I really want to thank you guys for hanging out and stopping by. I'm sure I will see a bunch of you guys in about 10 minutes over at the Compass B17. So is that like B17, the Avalon Hill game? Because I do have it, and I do like it. So, ciao, Charles. And all right, everybody, we've taken up everybody's time. Hang in there for Snowmageddon. Hopefully you guys can stay warm, and we will talk to everybody next week. Remember, Counter and Coffee Encounters on Tuesday, and then the Zone of Control podcast. We will talk to everybody soon. Be safe. Be kind. Happy wargaming, everybody. Talk to you soon. And we're out.